If you guys are watching the replay, thanks so much for stopping by. If you are watching me live, what's going on? Got a funny story I want to share today with everyone. I'm back from the Red Sox and the Yankee game yesterday. That was a lot of fun. You guys might have seen that if you watched one of my replays. Yeah, I want to talk a little bit today. I'll wait till people get on right now. Just kind of chilling here on the back patio. You can see we got quite a little sun happening here behind me. I don't know if you can see that too much. Oh yeah, look at that. It's coming in pretty hot right there. So yeah, hello from France. Wow, awesome. Anyone else want to go ahead and tell me where you're calling from? From the garage. Danny Brewer in the garage. Devin from Arizona. Rob from Charlotte. Rob, what's up? Yeah, if you guys want to give me your first name and where you're calling from, or where you're... I keep saying calling from. I don't know why. Hey, Scott, Dan from London. Nice. Vegas. Malcolm from Vancouver. Ellie from Charlotte. Hey, Ellie. Nathan from Indiana. Luis from Dallas. What's up, Scott? Houston, Texas. Billy from San Francisco. Hey, Scott, it's Ebony. Hey, Ebony, I just answered your email. Andy in Kentucky. Emily, France. John, Dallas. Karen from Philly. Val from Arizona. Delray Beach. Hey, Scott, Delaware in the house. Yes, sir, from LA. Rod from Las Vegas. Dave, Atlanta. Jamin from Charlotte. Hey, Jamin, what's going on, man? Wow, Periscope is changing the game. I love it. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's fun. Yesterday I was at Fenway Park, and some of you guys were with me there because I did a scope there with my daughter. Chris on the coast of Maine. Maeve from Long Island, thanks so much. Thank you. Awesome. We just had a huge rainstorm here, thunderstorm and everything, and now the sun's out. You can see the sun is coming on over on this side. But yeah, I wanted to just do a quick scope. I'm trying to keep these kind of on a regular basis. Number one, I enjoy doing them, and I like connecting with you guys. If you guys have any questions after, I'll be more than happy to answer them. From my bed, midnight here. Hey, I gotta go let my dog in. Hold on a second, guys. Brody wants to go in. Brody, you want to go in? Gotta let him in the house. All right. So we're gonna basically, I'm gonna sit back down here. I don't want to fall down. That would be funny. So yeah, I want to talk a little bit about today. Something pretty interesting happened. Gordon from Scotland. Wow, Brody cameo. Yes, it was. He's funny. Every day he's funny. But yeah, okay. So what I want to do here on this scope is I just wanted to kind of say exactly what had happened today. Kind of funny story. You know, I went into my Amazon account and I checked my stats as I always do, and all that stuff. It's kind of like my normal routine. I kind of go in there, I see how many sales came in from what variations and all that stuff. And I don't know, maybe I said this on a podcast, maybe I hadn't. Actually, you know what though, before I do start, I should probably say this because I've been finding this out. Rich, my brother. Hey, yeah, is Rich in the house? Rich Kibble, are you in the house? Some of you are joining, and some of you don't know who I am. Some of you are just Periscopers. If that is the case, Rich Kibble in the house. What is up? My name is Scott Volker. I have a podcast called The Amazing Seller Podcast. I sell on Amazon. I also have other businesses, but this podcast that I created is all about selling on Amazon. I also have a class that I teach, and Rich Kibble and Danny Brewer are in that class. You guys are awesome. And so is Rebecca. I think she's on here as well. What up, Rich? Dan Dubb in the house. He's in the class too. What's up, Dan? But yeah, so that's who I am. I have a podcast. Like I said, you can go over and check that out, theamazingseller.com. You can find all the stuff there. Almost at 100 episodes right now. So we're cranking. All right, so now that that's out of the way, let me just kind of briefly mention what happened. So I'm sitting there, I'm looking at my stats. Keep the hearts coming, guys. I'm sitting there and I'm looking at my stats and I'm going down the list, and I've only got, with variations, I think it's a total of 7, I think what it would be. Because the variations, there's one product that has 4 variations. What's up, Scott? Can't wait, podcast 100. Yeah, me neither. Got something exciting planned too. Okay, so I'm sitting there and I'm scanning, and I have a product that I kind of put up as a test. It's not even really a test, I guess, but I want it. Well, it was a test. Let me explain. For the last 3 products, I've been, taking the or the UPS, and the UPC code. I got UPS on the brain, I guess. The UPC code, and using that number on my packaging just for retail purposes if I wanted to sell it there. But then I'm having Amazon use their FNSQ number. Well, I know I'm wasting like 20 cents to do that. So what I've done on these newer products that I've launched is I use the FNSQ number and I print it on the packaging. And that's what I should have been doing from the beginning. And that's what I would recommend you do right off the bat. Or at least do a test run and then you can start doing it after that. So anyway, I wanted to do a test one with this one product that I'm launching with this sticker. The main reason I only sent in 10 units is because I wanted to test the sticker, because the sticker was printed smaller than normal. But I went ahead and I said, I'm just going to send in 10 units. I'm going to see if it passes through. And then if it passes through, I'll go ahead and I'll run the rest of them. Okay. I went ahead and I did it, and it passed. No problem. They got put in there. So, they've been sitting in there for about 2.5 weeks now, and I literally threw up a listing like I tell people to do. I threw up a listing, one image, one really bad image actually. It was one I shot on my kitchen table with an iPhone. I just kind of put together a description. I put together a couple bullets, a headline. I knew I was going to go back and fix everything, but I wanted to get the listing so I could take a product and send it in to FBA and see what happened. So I did that. And then today, to my surprise, I made a sale on a listing that wasn't even ready. Hold on a second. Sadly, I can't listen to it. Okay, here we go. So anyway, I thought someone was coming in, but it was a text. Okay, so my point is this. If you list a product, even if it's not perfect, the listing, the images, the title, all of that stuff, even if it's not perfect, it will have a chance to sell. And you might surprise yourself. And that was proof today that it does work if you just put products up there and don't worry about perfecting everything. So many people get stressed out and they're not going to push play, or they're not going to press go until they have everything right, everything perfect. And in this case, that listing was not perfect. It's far from perfect. I mean, I have to go in and fix a lot of things. Not fix them really. I mean, they're not broken. They just aren't optimized. They aren't really where they need to be. But someone found my listing, and there you go. Dan Dubb says, take action. Can you go over the labeling again? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so here's how it works. And I was kind of, I was green in the beginning, right? I didn't know this stuff. So basically, the way it works is you need a UPC code in order to create the listing. You don't necessarily need the code to be printed on your packaging unless you're going to put it into retail. Okay, so let's pretend you're not going to even care about retail. So that label doesn't even need to be on your package. All the UPC code is there for Amazon, so you can create the listing. Now, what you have to do is once you go into the Danny says he lost the audio. I don't know. Is anyone else losing the audio? Say yes or no before I continue here. I don't want to waste back, baby. Okay, it's just Danny. Danny, you're always breaking up. All right, good. All right, good. Okay, cool. All right, good, guys. All right, so basically, what you do is once you go in and you're sending in an order, like if you're fulfilling your next order, you're going to go in and it's going to ask you if you want them, or they're going to ask you if you want them to label for you. And you're going to say no. Okay, but then there's a little drop down that says show FNSQ number, FNSKU, that's what I call it. So basically from there, you'll take that number and you'll copy that, actually not even copy it, you'll print that little barcode. They have like an option down below where you can print, like, let's just say you were going to print them on a sheet of like 30. You can print that, or not even print it, you can save it as a PDF, and then you can just take the code and the barcode looking thing, right? And then you can just copy that and send that to your manufacturer, and they will print that for you. Okay, so all you need is the image of the FNSQ number. It sounds more complicated. I'm making it sound more complicated than it is. All you're going to do is you're going to pretend that you're going to print those on a regular piece of paper. And then you're just going to take that, and then you're going to take a screenshot of the actual number and the barcode. And then you're going to send that to your supplier or your manufacturer, and they're going to print that on the package. Then you're going to basically just send that straight into Amazon, either you are or if you directly ship it, and then they're going to be able to check those in because they're ready to go. They have the Amazon FNSQ number on them. So does that make sense? Give me a yes or give me a no down below. Wow, that rhymed. Give me a yes, give me a no down below. Yes, cool. All right. Yeah, a lot of yeses, a lot of yeses. Hearts are looking great, by the way. They're very colorful today, matching the sun behind me. You guys see that? Beautiful sun we have. Love that sun back there. Look at that thing. Bam! Okay. Kind of not selling yet. Place a sample order. All right, cool. That's the first step. You guys might have heard me talk about my buddy. What time is it there? Right now, it is around 6:15-ish, 6:20. Totally sharing. Thanks. Awesome. Yeah, guys, if you could do that too, swipe on the screen, give me a share. Share it with your followers. Share it with Twitter. If you're on the Android, swipe up, do the same thing. If you want to follow me, if you're brand new or maybe you haven't followed me yet, just click the little icon there on the bottom, the little buddy there. And I think it's right there. I think it is. And then just, click on that and you'll start following me. Do you pay the 30 cents per unit to be able to ship to just one warehouse? No, I do not. I haven't found that to where it really matters at this point. If I felt it was an issue, I would do it, but nah, I'm not doing that right now. I don't think it's worth it to me. I only ship to about 3 different locations as it is, so it's not a big deal. But I was talking about my buddy. You guys might have heard me on the podcast talk about I got a buddy who lives in Arizona, and he's been struggling to just get started. And right now he's ramped up. He is going. He's almost ready to launch. He's actually putting his order in tonight or tomorrow for 500 units. So I've got him moving. Case packed. Yes, case packed. And then you'll put in how many units are in the case. That's the way that I currently do it. So if there's 50 in a case, then you're going to put 1 case, 50 are in the case. That's how that works. But yeah, I'm really excited for my buddy because it takes taking action, right, guys? You guys hear me say that all the time, and that's what I'm telling you guys right here, because the proof today was you can put up something, and if you put up something, there's a really good chance that someone could buy it. Put my order in for 1,000 of my first this past week. Taking action. Dan Dub. Bang, bang, bang. Fist pump. Awesome. That is awesome. That's really, really cool because fourth quarter is coming, guys and gals. So you want to get ready for that. This is my first full fourth quarter that I'm going to be able to experience. I came in around the fourth quarter. It was October. And, this year is going to be a full fourth quarter, and I'm getting ready. I'm ordering a bunch of inventory. Paid 100% on my first order of 2,400 units today. Awesome. High five. Bang. Very, very cool. I love this, guys. I love it that I'm sitting here in my backyard. You guys are hanging out with me here, and we're able to celebrate together your wins, and I'm able to share with you something that happened today, and hopefully that's going to be of value to you. Like I've said before, if you guys like this stuff, go ahead and follow me, and I'll be doing more of these, hopefully on a regular basis. The podcast is theamazingseller.com. It's also on iTunes, and yeah. Another little tip here that I wanted to share is, not really, I guess. Well, it's a tip. Basically, if you hold on a minute, you followed homes. Amazon allowed me to borrow money. Oh, that's cool that they will. Yeah, they are doing that. They're loaning a lot of money out there right now too. So that is an option to borrow some money if you wanted to beef up your inventory. But yeah, the tip I was really gonna, I guess, say here is once you do get something up and running, it gets that momentum going, and that helps you. Homes as in homeboy. That's not too old school for me, homeboy. Run DMC. once you get that momentum, I mean, then it's just a matter of repeating it, and it's word up. Then it's just getting that momentum. Once you get the momentum, if you get people, even if it's a few people that are doing it, like Danny Brewer, I know you're watching, most likely you still are, and he came on the podcast and talked all about having a local meetup that he does, and that he kind of started, and that's been huge, and I mean, if you can do one in your local area, that's awesome, but if you can't, find a few people that are kind of where you are, or maybe a little bit above you, and then, get around those people. I've entered a competitive market for my second product. I have $20,000 to throw at it. Is that okay? Well, you got to be prepared. A competitive market, you can really you can do really well, but and that makes it hard sometimes. Yeah, you can do it. Just be prepared to really have to to really compete. Are you considering selling in other countries? I'm considering it. I'm not looking into it at this time. I'm really focusing on fourth quarter right now. That's something that I think we all should be thinking about. And I think if you try to scatter yourself too wide, that could hurt you more than help you. 1,000 units shipping to U.S. now, already sold most 500 in the U.K. thanks to you. Thanks, Scott. Awesome, man. That is really cool. That's awesome. Great news. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that are, but I know a lot of people that are. I gotta switch hands, guys. Sorry, my other one's I don't have a tripod today. A lot of people are. They're going into different countries because there's a market there, and it's not saturated yet. And I still don't think that our market at Amazon US is saturated either. I just think it takes finding and digging, for those lower hanging fruit type products, and I've talked about that in the past. And that's what I think everyone should be focusing on. But right now, if you don't have a product, hold on, guys. If you don't have a product, but you're ready to launch that product, focus on that product and get that product to where you're doing 10, 15, 20 units a day. Capitalize on the fourth quarter that's coming. Capitalize on that. That right there, to me, will get you that momentum going into the first part of the year, and that can lead you into consistent momentum, and movement. And that's really what we want here. Last year, I started October 22nd was my first official week. And from there, or from when I started there till now, it's just been constantly moving and continually, improving my sales, and at least trying to, even in the slower months. Charles from Georgia is joining us. What's up, Charles? Thanks for joining us. So I can't stress it enough that if you're constantly thinking about, the packaging, I gotta wait for the packaging. I gotta wait another 2 weeks before I get this packaging right. Just do it. You know what I mean? Like, work on the packaging later. Maybe just order a few units now, or maybe a few hundred instead of a few thousand. Can you sell okay just with 25-50 reviews with pay-per-click with no blast? Absolutely. I know people right now, especially people in my class, that they're launching with maybe 5 reviews, sometimes none, and they're getting sales. And Danny Brewer just says yes, and Danny Brewer knows what he's talking about. So you totally can do that. And I mean, proof of it is I just sold one today and I didn't even try it. I didn't do any pay-per-click or nothing. One strategy to do is to just use pay-per-click in the beginning, even if it's a loss, because you're going after just getting sales and then getting the reviews after the fact. But sales is going to continually help you rank for keywords. And then using pay-per-click is going to help you rank because the keywords that you're bidding on are going to allow you to get sales in the future because you're going to rank higher for those keywords. If people could wrap their head around that, I'll tell you what, they could really accelerate how fast they grow instead of worrying about how much money they're spending on that. I'm doing pay-per-click, no reviews, we'll see. Yeah, do it. I mean, that's all you can do. Just put a budget on it. Put a lower budget on it. Instead of spending $100 a day, spend $20 a day. And then slowly start to increase the cost per click until you start seeing higher impressions. And then you start seeing more clicks. And then you start seeing more sales. And the more reviews you get, the more sales you're going to get. Your conversion rate will go up. Just start slow and then scale and then start adding money to it. I mean, that's the easiest way to do it in the way that you're not going to really get hurt. You know, if you put a budget for $500 for the day and just want to sample things, you're asking to get hurt, right? So just do it that way. So does anybody have any real quick questions? I'm going to get going here. We're going to go out to dinner here. I think we're going to grab some pizza tonight. Haven't been eating that healthy here lately. I feel kind of guilty about that too. So I just said it here publicly that I haven't been eating that healthy. Yesterday I had a foot-long hot dog at the baseball field. I had some snack mix on the way home on the bus. I drank soda yesterday, which I never drink soda. So I've been eating terrible. Any quick questions before we wrap this thing up? This Periscope, this scope session. If you guys want to see any of the past scopes, I do. Go Yankees. If you guys want to watch any of the other scopes or listen, there's a lot of them that are really, really good as well. One on Instagram we just did. You can go over to theamazingseller.com/scope. When's the next live workshop? Great question. It's going to be next Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So you definitely want to check that out. I'm going to do some live Q&A on that again. My inbound shipping is taking 3 days. Is that normal? Yeah, that's totally normal. It could take up to 5 to 6 days depending on where it's going. Nope, thanks. This answered a question I had. Okay, cool. Yeah, inbound shipping can take sometimes 7 days depending on where it's going to go. That's why with it being released to different sections, different parts of the country, sometimes the inventory will get into one warehouse before it gets into the other ones, and at least that'll get you going sooner. So the workshop, the next workshop is next Wednesday at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. That is the 9th of September. So if you want to check that out, definitely do that. The podcast, I'll have a new one coming out tomorrow. It will be a Friday session of an Ask Scott session where I have 4 questions, usually 3 to 4 to 5 questions, somewhere in there, from you, the listener. If you have a question you want answered there, you can go over to theamazingseller.com/ask. And hey, look for an interview that I recently did on Ryan Moran's Freedom Fastlane. I just did that today, and I think it's going to be aired on Monday. So that was fun. We did that today, talking about my Amazon business, but also talking about this right here on how I have actually gotten a podcast started and people listening like you, and how I'm being able to help people through that process. What's the usual time for supplier to manufacture 500 units of your products? Well, it depends. Sometimes it's 20 days, sometimes it's 30, sometimes it's 40. So it could take up to 60 days technically, but usually 20 to 30 days. Yeah, Dan Harrison says 30 days. Yeah, that's a good rule of thumb. My supplier has been about 20 to 25 days. Danny Brewer says 4 to 6 weeks. Yeah, that's a good rule of thumb. And depending on the time of year, fourth quarter coming, you really want to get in on that, because if you don't, you could be looking at missing the boat. Literally, if you're going on boat, you'd miss the boat, but not saying you're going to be doing it by boat. I do everything by air, but you'll be missing out on that opportunity. I know right now, I think my cutoff, she said, was like October something. So I want to get that order in. So I've got a couple of orders that are coming, and then I also got some other ones that are already scheduled to be ordered. So you got a plan. If in FBA by end of October, yeah, definitely. October, 60 days for sure. Yep, totally true, Danny. So yeah, this has been fun, guys. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome as usual. We had a bunch of you on today. The hearts have been a steady stream, and I love the hearts. Looking awesome. I want to get to 100,000 in the next couple days. That would be awesome, and I see them flooding in. So just at the end of this, if you can, a little more love, a little track and field style. That would be cool. Share this if you haven't. Swipe on the screen. Share it with your Twitter followers or your Periscope followers. And have an amazing night, day, whatever time of day it is. I know you guys are from all over the world, so have an amazing rest of your day. And hey, we'll catch you next time, and I'll see you tomorrow. You can listen on the podcast. Dan says, thanks, Scott. Such value. Enjoy dinner. I will. I seen the emoji there. So love these scopes. No problem. Thank you. Garlic presses. Crush. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Take action. That's right, too. That's right. I forgot. I'm not in the flow here today. What do you guys know this, right? I'm here for you. I believe in you. I'm rooting for you. What do you have to do, though? What do you have to do? Come on, say it with me. Go ahead. Say it with me. Take action, Danny. That's right. Danny knows. Take action. Awesome. 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 Make it rain. Take action. Awesome. Take action every day, right? Get up in the morning and take action in whatever you're doing, right? Things will happen. You'll get results. All right, guys. Awesome. Thank you so much. Got to go to dinner. Have an amazing rest of your day. Take care.